Hi, hello everyone. Dawn Epting here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I wanted to come and talk from the subject, you are more than enough. You are more than enough. And I wanted to really go into why I believe some reasons that I've jotted down that we don't get results in life when we don't know this fact. And of course, this is from my new book, Never Doubt Your Value, You Are More Than Enough, available on Amazon in the link below. Feel free to hit the subscribe button below this video as well and the bell to receive notifications for future videos. So I wanted to start with a quote that I've written here, and it is, "You alone are enough. You have nothing to prove to anybody. You alone are enough. You have nothing to prove to anybody." And that is from Maya Angelou. So why is it, I've written a few reasons down here, why is it that we don't get the desires of our hearts or the results that we want in life often? First of all, let me say, and I don't have this written down here, but we have to know that we alone are enough. It's not based on outside situations, circumstances, or anything of that nature. It's not based on material possessions, titles. Alone, we are enough. Even if right now you don't have those things, the material possessions, the titles, you were created to be enough. You have infinite value and worth by virtue of your creation alone. So, number one, I've written here, we believe the problems we are experiencing are an indication of our value and worth. Just what I was talking about. We believe the problems are, quote unquote, that we are experiencing are an indication of our value and worth. So we believe that the issues that we're experiencing, the problems that we're experiencing, that those are an indication of our value and worth, not realizing that our value and worth comes from within. And once we really get a hold of that and grasp that, then things on the outside will naturally, effortlessly change. So we believe that the problems we are experiencing are an indication of our worth and value. And those problems can be financial or career. They can be with relationships, or it could be a health problem. Usually they fall into those three categories: financial, relational, or physical. So, I've talked about this before with the relational aspect. I knew a couple of guys, a few guys actually, one in particular that took his life. It was said based on a relationship when I was stationed um, in the military, in the Air Force, and he took his own life, and it was based on being rejected in a romantic relationship. Then there was another one, and this is just based on what I was told. I'm not 100% sure. There was a guy that I attended college with, very, very, very bright, very intelligent, athletic, attractive guy. And, you know, um, I found out years ago when I was younger, not long after college, that he took his life based on a relationship ending. And then if you ever go to the ChristianSuicidePrevention.com website, it is said, or there is an interview on there that I did with a gentleman that contemplated taking his life due to being rejected in a romantic relationship, but ended up not doing it. So all of these people, often it's based on when that relationship ends, they define their worth and value based on having or not having that relationship, or their self-worth is tied into that relationship. And even with physical ailments or sickness, often we believe that, if we are diagnosed with some incurable disease or some not even incurable disease, but some health issue in general, maybe we did something to bring it about. We see that, I've written it down here in John 9:2, where there was a man born blind that was ultimately healed by Jesus, but Jesus's disciples said, "Who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind?" Which is really ironic because he would have had to sin in his parents' womb, his mom's womb, to be born blind. But Jesus responded, "Neither this man nor his parents sinned, but that the glory of God should be made manifest in him." So we have to keep that in mind. Even when we're experiencing physical ailments, it does not mean that we've done anything wrong. It's just a matter of us focusing on our desires, not the fractured relationship, not the physical illness or ailment, not the financial lack, but on the abundance that is already within us, on the financial abundance that is within, with the wholeness and health that has already been deposited on the inside of us, and with the great relationships that are already within us. So number one, we believe that the problems we are experiencing are an indication of our worth and value. Circumstances are neutral, I've written here. It's how we assign meaning to those circumstances. So none of those circumstances have to define you, that I spoke of earlier. Number two, and it's closely related, we believe that our current problems, again, quote unquote, are an indication of past mistakes we made, just like the man born blind. We don't let go of the past. We don't understand we can redefine our past. So we don't let go, we don't receive the results we want or the desires of our hearts because of our past. We believe, well, maybe I'm in this situation because I did something wrong. Maybe, when I had, and I'm going to be very explicit here, that abortion, this is why I am not having a child right now. That just came to mind for some reason. Someone maybe, thinking along those terms, or maybe when I, maybe I don't have a relationship with this person because I did something wrong. I didn't do enough. I wasn't good enough. All of those things keep us trapped in the current situation and circumstances and the current state. So it doesn't matter about our past. Our past, we're not constrained or defined by our past. Of course, as eternal spiritual beings in God, we stand outside of time. He stands outside of time in eternity. So our past doesn't have to define us. It doesn't have to constrain us. We can reassign the meaning from events in our past, and we can also redefine our past. And I talk a little bit about that. I do go into that in the book, Never Doubt Your Value, You Are More Than Enough. So we don't have to believe that the problems that we are currently experiencing are an indication of something that we did wrong in the past, essentially. And finally, I've written here, we don't receive results because we don't understand that we were born an eternal spirit with infinite worth and value. And it has been that way from the beginning or the foundation of the world, and has nothing to do with our performance. So we were born an infinite, eternal spiritual being with infinite worth and value. It's always been that way, and it has nothing to do with our performance. We have to know that we are enough by virtue of our birth, by virtue of being here on this planet, that alone gives us the ability to have the desires and the dreams of our heart. And I wanted to use this quote, you already have everything you need within. And that is, all things are yours. That's 1 Corinthians 3:21. So everything that you need has already been deposited on the inside of you. It's just a matter of understanding it. It's understanding who you are, that circumstances don't define you, that often they are a reflection, an external reflection of not embracing the eternal, infinite being with infinite worth and value, spiritual being that you are within. So thank you guys as always for watching. Feel free to look below this video to see how you can get involved, with some of the things that I am doing, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Have an awesome one.